Okay.
Are you on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just gotta.
What?
Are you back on your social media?
I can be. Shit was good there. All right. I'll just go live and say that I'm doing this. My eye. Hey everybody, there's people on.
Oh, my skin is looking clean.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, so let me go to my. Okay. So let me go over here. Well, no. Okay. I'll just hold
I like the way this optimizing my skin on that one. Good. Sorry.
Hey guys, I don't know who's here. What's going on, Shannon? April, what's up? Okay. Okay. I'm also going live here.
Hey everyone. You want me to hold that?
I'm just gonna do quickly. Do you have the questions as well?
Oh yeah, I have the questions.
Oh goodness gracious, y'all. Well, welcome to another I Was Her. I need to do a song, or somebody need to do a theme song for me.
Welcome.
But I'm doing I Was Her. I'm here with Amber.
What's up?
We about to do a show, okay? So if you guys are down, if you guys want to join us, we are on my YouTube right now. We're on my YouTube channel. I am not doing it live on here on Instagram. I'm doing it live on YouTube tonight. So join me on my YouTube channel. It's www.youtube.com/C/Samantha Lee Gibson. If that's too hard, 1027, what's up, Scorpio? But yes, I am going live. So if you guys want to join me, I am on my I'm on my YouTube right now. Y'all got to forgive me. I've been doing a fast. Okay. So this is the end of the fast, officially the end of the fast. So anyway, I am live. If you guys want to see me and ask me some questions or watch me answer questions, come to my YouTube. Okay. All right. See you then. All right. All right, y'all. So, anywho, great to see you guys.
Hey.
There's Amber.
Hi.
You don't know, Amber has been my buddy for a long, long time. So we are doing this show together. And we're gonna be answering y'all questions, and we're gonna be doing what we gotta do. And so, yeah, you already know the name of the game. It's great to see everybody. I see it's 23 good people up in here. I'm sure there'll be more. So anyway, it's great to see all these people on here, all these good people. And yeah.
You ready? All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I can.
Are you a little nervous?
I'll warm up.
Yeah, we warm up.
All right. So there was a lot of questions this time around.
Okay.
Let's
choose a good one.
I am.
Choose a good one.
Oh, this one's cool.
Okay.
Who was your celebrity crush when you were a teenager?
When I was a teenager, my celebrity crush. So I had to say my celebrity crush significantly was Usher.
Really?
I loved Usher, boy. I loved Usher I loved Usher. I loved there was a time where I loved Marlon Wayans. I was like in love with him. I was like in love with Marlon Wayans.
I feel like that's a very specific breed of person.
Marlon Wayans?
It
was Marlon Wayans, Usher.
Oh, I'm thinking of Sean. Which one was Marlon?
The funnier one. He was the goofier of the two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that has the show. Marlon.
I don't know about that.
He has a TV show.
But when I was young, that's who I was. Marlon Wayans. It was Usher, and I love me some Chris Brown.
I remember the Chris Brown phase.
Yeah, I love me some Chris Brown as well. So it was like those three were like the main crushes. You know what I'm saying? Who was your crush?
I went through a transitional phase.
Okay, here we go.
For a really long, as a kid, it was Bow Wow. Like for
I like Bow Wow
it was
too.
Bow Wow for a hot thick minute.
Mm-hmm. I think I really like Bow Wow.
And then who else? And then it was like it just transitioned as I transitioned.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Blossomed.
It blossomed.
Transition.
And you know, I don't know. I feel crazy like saying it because like at one point it was like Ashanti for a hot minute. It was Ashanti for a hot minute, and then like, okay, so hear me out. So like, LaLa was a big one, but like in her like her little MTV days, I wasn't really like feeling it, and then she like just transformed, and it was just a glorious occasion. And so it was LaLa for I think a good portion of my life as well. So yeah, that's kind of it for me.
I'm gonna post that. So yeah, anyway, so that LaLa, so with LaLa and who else? And you said Bow Wow.
I said Ashanti as well.
It's Ashanti, excuse me.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Excuse me. Don't thank you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry. So yes, y'all. So that is that question. That was actually a great answer. Because it showed. So when did you change from loving loving Bow Wow to loving Ashanti? Like those are those are like,
I feel like the Bow Wows of the world was no longer doing it for me.
okay.
And so like Ashantis of the world started to do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, well then, and then when was that?
Oh
gosh.
Freshman year in college.
Freshman? Really? Is it that freshman year in college? That's when you first was like, I have a crush on a female. I know we're going left here, but
we're going real left. I wasn't really ready for that.
Sorry, I took my first sip of wine, y'all. I've been on a fast, so that first it already hit me. I'm already asking questions.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was like, I don't know, like I always like felt like women were pretty. I just never like looked at them like that, and probably until I went to college, and then I started looking at them like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that's it. Clarice, you over there drinking, girl? Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
okay. Next question.
Sorry, there's some throwaways in here, so I'm trying to go through the throwaways.
The throwaway questions,
you already know. Don't ask those. You can go to somebody else's Instagram and ask them if you really, really want to know those questions.
Ooh.
They seem to be the one to be talking about their feelings and stuff. Okay, what is the ultimate deal breaker for you?
Okay.
Like in dating, not anything,
Right. In dating. Ultimate deal breaker for me would be, I think that if someone, ultimate deal breaker in dating, I think that I would just be, what would be my deal breaker?
We got a liar. Liars are
liars is good. I would honestly say like somebody that's abusive or somebody that's cheating. Those are two deal breakers for me in a like dating relationship. If someone I feel like is lying, I'm catching them in lies. It's very important for me to trust somebody. I'm super loyal. So like if I feel like you take, what is it when you take somebody's trust? Was it you broken my trust? Is a different word, but when you don't, like, I feel like I can't trust you, then I can't betray my trust. When you betray my trust, that's something I can't do in a dating situation. Yeah, and I mean I in the future I definitely want to have more, like if someone didn't want the same things I want or desire, like I want more children, I want to be married, those types of things. Those are deal breakers for me. So I think it's like aligning with what I desire. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I feel like there's, the lying, the cheating, those should all be deal breakers. Have I let them be deal breakers in the past? No. I paint little red roses over liars and cheaters. Mm-hmm. But I think one thing that I have grown to accept as a deal breaker is emotional maturity, like being emotionally immature. that's a deal breaker for me. Like if we can't communicate our emotions to one another in an effective way to get through something, that to me, like it's just I'm 32. I'll be 33 this year. Like we don't really have time for you to be trying to figure out how to effectively communicate. Like I'm willing to like try to help, but like I'm not a therapist. And I'm not your therapist. And so I don't feel like I should be one of those I don't feel like I should be that in my relationship. So I'm gonna need you to be a little bit emotionally mature.
Period.
So yeah.
I think emotionally it's insightful.
Yeah.
Your feelings, emotional intelligence is very important to me as well.
Yeah, and if you're willing, like, and I'm always like flexible if you're willing to work on things,
right,
and you put forth the effort. Like if you are having trouble emoting, then if you're
putting the work in,
you're putting the work in to
learn.
Exactly. Like if you recognize you have a problem and you're still not doing nothing, it's like, yo, what are we doing? So
hey Mo, we see you in there, girl. What you got going on? Oh,
a man, not a boy.
There you go. Man.
All right.
A man, not a boy. I hear that, Clarice. Take a drink to that. What?
Man, people are wild.
Can you explain my ethnicity?
That's what they're asking.
Oh,
she's here.
Like,
Google it. Like just Google it. A quick Google. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I am mixed, y'all. I'm mixed with everything. Honestly, I done found out so many things about my ethnicity. Like, I have like Nigerian in me. I have like Swedish in me, German. I don't even know. I have so many different things going on. I'm very mixed.
Like, at what point?
Native American.
All right.
Most of she love you. Go ahead with your drink, girl.
Like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
It doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying?
People wanna know who we are. The Titan, the mighty Titan. Don't respond. Don't respond. It's okay. Don't respond. We are the Titans, mighty Titans. We are
oh man.
Who we are.
All right, so moving on. Let's see, because some of these questions are kind of. I feel like I saw more. Okay. All right. So, would you ever consider moving out of Atlanta?
Yes. I would absolutely consider moving out of Atlanta. I like Atlanta though. I love Atlanta. There's nowhere else in the world that I love more than loving Atlanta.
Yeah.
But I would definitely be open to moving outside of Atlanta. Yes.
Yeah. I love Atlanta. I've looked at Colorado for like a hot minute. Denver. It's just something about being in those mountains. Like the air it breathes different. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. I also like Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, I like North Carolina.
I love North Carolina. Wake Forest, Durham. That area is so pretty.
So
it
nice.
Is so pretty.
You ain't lying. I like North Carolina.
Mo has a question. Mo said she had a question, and Clarice second the fact that Mo has a question.
What's your question? No, I would not move back to Jersey. No, ma'am, I would not move back to New Jersey. I will visit Jersey, but I ain't moving back. I reckon both of y'all have changed. Have you changed, Mo? That's the question, sis.
What you mean?
Colorado, because you love your friend.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was like, what?
I remember the lemony and chocolatey.
Oh gosh. Anyway. Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
From Indianapolis. What's the next question?
All right. Okay. How do you deal with the loneliness of abstinence from sexual activity / celibacy life?
Um, I would say that you would just really get super spiritually connected. I mean, you have to be spiritually plugged in. And really, I think enjoying time with your friends, like spending time with people that you love, family. Like I like having like scheduling things with the people that you care about and things like that to kind of like, I know it's hard with COVID and stuff like that, but it's like you have to kind of like make yourself connected, like really spend a lot of time with your friends. You know, I have a child, so it kind of makes it easier. But like really just being super spiritually, trying your best to be super spiritually plugged in. Like whenever those desires come in, like really just, you know, trying to focus on God, watch your show, do something different. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a challenge though. Being celibate is an absolute challenge. You're fighting your flesh. It's 100% a fight of the flesh. So you just got to really like plug in spiritually, I would
Yeah,
say.
I've never done the whole celibacy thing. That'd probably be a really good ultimate test for me, but I don't even know how to even begin to think about how to handle that.
It's not as bad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not really that bad. It's like I think once you kind of like get over
Someone said
the
just work out a lot.
that's probably what I do. You might not be lying, Kendall. That might be why I just work out a lot.
Yep.
You know, I watch my shows. I've
Distractions.
got a lot of distractions. I got a lot of distractions and a lot of Jesus.
So I got a question, like, and it was something that something that is related to the celibacy thing. So how would you handle being in like a celibate situation if your partner was deciding to be celibate, which kind of puts you in a position to where you're now also celibate as well?
That happened to me.
Yeah, how did you handle that?
I did it.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, I did it. I mean, I listen, if somebody is like, hey, listen, you know, I want to be celibate, like I respect that. I think that's a very admirable thing. Like, especially, you know, if it's a man saying I want to be celibate. And you know, so I definitely think that it was
Was that both of y'all work out?
both y'all work out. Oh my God. But I would honestly say, you know, like you just gotta be it. I respect it. If somebody's doing it, I respect it. And I would kind of, I mean, for me, it would be very admirable.
Someone said, please make sure you know for how long.
Yeah.
Right.
Mo says easy. Easy. Mo, you don't know that.
All right. So
Mo married over here. Something it's easy.
All right. So here's another one. How do you take care of yourself? What do you do for yourself daily, weekly, and monthly?
You go ahead, friend. You answer that one.
So I used to be really big into meditating. I've got back into meditating recently. So meditating, I burn sage to kind of like, get back to my center as well.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up new hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of self-care. I like to I like to challenge myself. That's usually what keeps me pretty grounded and keeps, like, I feel like I gotta teach myself new things. I don't know. I'm just like I'm that kind of person. Like,
oh my gosh, Chris.
What?
6 years for me. I'm scared to open up. I feel sorry for the dude. I will tear his butt up. Okay, Chris. I love Chris. I love the people in my man. Power up in the building. I love my power up crew, man. They be coming up here. I love y'all, man. There ain't nothing like y'all. Like constant. Like I literally can be with my power up group and not watch. I don't watch no TV. I don't gotta eat. They just be entertaining me. Power up, man. I love y'all. Okay, continue. Anyway,
that's intense.
Talking about shit, I feel sorry for the dude. I will tear his behind
tear
up.
him into pieces.
Oh,
You're gonna be scared.
If you want to marry someone, you're in a serious relationship, but how long should you wait for breaking up? Should I be willing to wait forever if you love the person? No, absolutely not. I don't think that, to me, you as a woman, like, here's the thing. Feelings can only do so much. Period. In the story. You could love somebody all day long, love somebody all day long. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to, if that person is not moving along in a certain timeline, like, I don't believe in like waiting on somebody. For me personally, I ain't gonna wait no 10 years for nobody. I think what I would like to wait 2 years. Like 2 years, I think is a good amount of time where you get to know somebody, you understand, like 8 seasons with somebody, you're able to really understand what's going on, who they are, them through different things. You got to see them go through like challenging circumstances. You've got to be able to really know someone. So I believe in that. But if it's like over the 2 year mark, I think men know really quickly if they want to marry you or not. Like, they know very quickly. And so if they are like, I don't know if I really want something serious with this person, like, then don't waste your time. Like, seriously. And if it's a man, I mean, a woman, I think that men should also, if they want to settle down and a woman doesn't want to settle down, well, then you also gotta have your bottom line. You guys gotta have your boundaries. Like, if it's too long for you, then don't do it. That's all I'm saying. Love ain't everything. I'll tell you that now. Yeah.
All right. So I think communication is really key as well. Like, making sure y'all are on the same page.
Oh, yes, absolutely. In the beginning.
So like, if this person's waiting around, like, I feel like it should be communicated. Like, hey, like in the beginning, hey, marriage is something that I am serious about. I want that. So communicating up front before you get all the way to that point to where now you have more feelings invested,
Right.
and it can go completely left. And everyone ends up getting hurt. So trying to avoid the bad stuff before it happens, I suppose.
And yeah, no, open communication, absolutely.
Oh, you want to answer the self-care question?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So what's the question again?
Let me find it. Sorry, it was like on.
I already know that about you, Chris, girl. Chris over here, I already know she gonna let you know exactly how she feel immediately.
All right, it says, how do you take care of yourself? What do you do for yourself daily, weekly, and monthly?
Okay, so I take care. You guys know I work out a lot. That's something that's not a secret. But in addition to that, when it comes down, like in the mornings, like I meditate, I do mental priming, and then I also go into prayer and devotional. That's how I start my every morning. And then I go into my day. Whatever during the week, it's really like I'm very stringent upon my meal prep plan, my meal prep, how I eat, and I work out, and then I work. So that's that, throughout the week. At night, for me, I have a glass of wine. I watch a show that I like, whatever show that is. Right now it's 90, it's what's it called? Love at First Sight. That's my show. And I love shows. I love that kind of thing. Mental priming is basically something that Tony Robbins, I was introduced to. He does a mental priming every morning. He basically goes like this every morning, in and out, breathing, and then you think of a moment that you can, like, where you really appreciate a moment in your life that you really, really appreciate. And then Ready to Love, girl, that's my show, Clarice. You don't even understand. Anyway, nonetheless, but yeah, so anyway, I do that. And then you think about a moment that you really appreciate in life. Like, I think about a time that I was proud of myself, which is when I passed my LCSW exam, which is really, really hard. And I felt so proud of myself. And then I think of 3 things I want to accomplish for the day. And then that's the end of priming. And then I like pray, speak to God. And then after that, I get into my devotionals. I read scripture, and then I start my day. And that is the same routine. And then on the weekends, I have my cheat nights, y'all. I love to eat. That's how I recharge. Like, I love eating. Me and my daughter, we tear it up all day. So anyway.
All right.
Oh Lord, you get another one?
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking.
Oh, I'm very big gospel music. Yes. Now listen, y'all. I truly believe. Oh, somebody's doing it. No, I'm actually I've just finished. Like 7 p.m. was the end of my fast. Like, that's why I'm drinking wine. Are you on the fast too? Wow. And I'm Ready to Love is my show, y'all. So power up. We might need to be watching Ready to Love. That's my show. Mm-hmm. Okay, JB. I love that.
I watched the challenge.
Oh, that's her thing.
I like the
challenge.
challenge.
She loves that thing.
What else do I be watching? I'll go back and I'll watch other shows. Like I'm currently watching Arrested Development. That's really funny.
Wait, somebody
Netflix.
says quit stressing these dudes and get a girlfriend/wife. These dudes acting like ladies.
Don't
anyway.
do that. Don't do that. If you're not about, don't do that. Don't do that. That's really bad advice.
That's against my whole.
Because no,
I can't just switch teams like that. That's I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to.
And then switching teams don't always mean better. Like people are gonna people. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll cheat either way. They'll be emotionally abusive either way. They'll be abusive either way. Just because they are the same sex as you doesn't mean you're getting a different. That means you're not getting any issues. So
yeah, I think
I just had Cinnabon.
See, my thing is my thing is with when it comes down to like my gospel music, I really believe this music feeds your spirit. You can listen to a song, it changes your whole mood, it brings you back to a place. And so I really try to listen to mostly gospel music. I mean, I really do try to listen to it a lot because it feeds my spirit. And I've gotten my spirit has gotten more sensitive as I've as I've gotten older, I guess. And so that's why I'm very much into gospel music. I'm very plugged in when it comes to that. So yeah.
All right.
What was you?
Well, I'm trying to sift through all the bull crap.
Those are not.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, I could do that.
All right. So, are you guilty of ever looking through your partner's phone?
Yeah. I feel like everybody has checked somebody's phone at least once in your life. I don't do it anymore, but I definitely have checked somebody's phone. I can be a little bit unstable at times.
You know, God's still working on me. You know what I'm saying?
God's still working on you. You don't check phones now, do you?
Oh, bro, I check phones, emails if I got the access to it. I've done Instagram. I've done back in my real crazy days, I've done phone records.
Phone records?
I've done phone records.
Whoa.
Yeah, because sometimes like phone records don't lie. Point blank, period. But
don't you feel like that? I mean, if I feel like I gotta do all that with you, then I probably don't need to be.
I mean, I didn't end up with them. So I found the information that I need to find out to make the decisions that I made.
Okay.
You know, God's still working on me. I'm not perfect. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I did what I did.
Right.
I felt
growth.
It's really growth. You know what I'm saying? You know? I feel like if it was that easy as well, like it was kind of like, like that's the time like you were still getting like your phone mail like in the mail.
Oh yeah, I don't even think they keep them like that no more.
Yeah, like you just pop that thing open. This phone number at 2 a.m. That wasn't in her phone. Interesting. So now we're deleting. Anyways,
deleting.
You know, God, I'm not that person anymore.
No.
So, but have I been guilty of that? I have.
Happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm better.
You're better. You're not bitter. You're better.
I'm not exactly. I just leave now.
You just hello. That's what hello. If it don't work,
you just leave.
If it's not right, you gotta get left. That's how I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I truly believe that if you're supposed to find something, you will find it. Like you are going to find out. Like I don't even try to look for it no more because every time I was supposed to find something out about somebody, I found out about it. And I knew somehow God brought me to that place. And sometimes God had me go through somebody's phone.
It's just I feel like the letter was like illuminating. And I was like, I was looking at the letter was looking at me, and I was like, I feel like the answers to my problem are in that envelope. And they were.
Oh. And Lisa, yeah, absolutely, Lisa. That's how I believe that. I believe you can't. I remember I probably told the last couple people I've ever dated or married. I that like I'm going to find out. Like I'm very tuned in to my spirituality. God is going to show me when what I need to know when I need to know it. Like I have a real trust in God. I really have faith that if I need to know something, I am going to find that out. You won't be able to hide it from me. Even you won't be able to lie to me. I will eventually find that out. Period. Whatever comes to the, and I believe that. I believe it with whole spirit. Like whatever comes to, whatever's done in the dark, oh, it's gonna come to the light, sweetheart. It's gonna come to the light.
And what's
always
like,
has.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Always will.
the best feeling is when you know the answers to the question. I don't nothing get more euphoric than that.
No, I get really frustrated.
I get like
I'm just watching them
like
lying to me.
I'm just watching like, ooh,
I hate
she
being
is
lied
digging
to.
a hole. Like I'm gonna see how far this hole gonna go.
I hate.
Ooh, you was where? Nah,
lied to.
I know you weren't there, but keep going. How was it? Oh, it was fun. Okay.
I hate being lied to.
And then it's just like, you know, I know you're lying, right? Like it's just, I don't know.
I hate it. I hate being lied to. I hate it. Don't lie to me. Like I'm like a human lie detector test. Like I know you're lying.
All right, so I'm gonna rephrase this question just to make it make sense. So what is the best date that you've been on?
Okay. Best date I've been on was with somebody that I wasn't even really romantically interested in, but it was like I looked at the menu and everything that I said that I wanted on the menu. I think I've answered this before, but everything I said on the menu, like if I said, "Oh, this looks good," it was ordered. Every single thing that I wanted, and I didn't. And that person remembered what I said I liked afterwards. Like they liked it, they remembered it, and then they literally said it to the waiter, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like you remembered everything that I wanted, and I could order everything and ate everything." I didn't eat everything, but I pretty much ate everything. And it was like, to me, very, very much, I was very moved by that because I love food. And when you don't judge me when I'm eating, you don't judge that I'm going to eat this whole thing up and I'm going to do what I got to do. And then you remember what I wanted to eat. And then it was great conversation. It was amazing. That was a great day.
That's what's up. Cool.
Yeah.
Best day I've been on. I'm kind of simple. I like, experiences, and I like experiencing new things with people. What?
I'm just listening. I'm just listening. But I'm just listening. Go ahead.
I don't like how you set that up.
I'm just listening.
Kind of.
I'm listening, bro. I'm listening.
I went hiking. Hiking was.
I like that.
Yeah. What you think I was?
I didn't know what you were gonna say. Oh, you saw me over here like this.
Jesus, be a fish.
Be a fish, Lord. Be a fish, Jesus.
I think like it was just like really low key. It was great conversation. Got coffee beforehand. It was honestly like, and the conversation came so naturally. And I think that's kind of like what made it probably the best date for me, was that it felt good. And honestly, usually I'm like out of breath when I go hiking, and it wasn't even like that type of thing. We kind of got lost, which is also really cool. Being lost in the woods when you have no cell phone service is kind of unnerving, but it was cool as well. We were just like, it was like in Bucket.
Okay.
It was like we weren't like hiking. It was kind of like
strolling.
It was like Marietta and Buckhead. So yeah.
That's cute. That's real cute.
Yeah, I'll be doing.
Gosh, Shay, that's so funny. She said she about to go on a date. She about to go on a date with herself and order everything. That I love that idea, Shay, and I second that, sis.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No, LaLa, that's gonna keep you stagnant, sis. Don't keep looking at your ex. That's gonna keep you in that space, girl. You gotta move.
Just go ahead and block them.
Rebuke and block. Rebuke and block. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in nothing. You know what I'm saying? rebuke and block. That's all you got to do. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in that, sis. Okay, well then, good friend. That's what you need to do. Rebuke and block. Move forward. Go on some dates. Start talking to new people, and do what you got to do for you, because you a queen. You a prize. Somebody gonna just swoop you right up. Rebuke and block. That's what I was.
This one's fun. Have you ever been caught cheating?
Yes. You want to know the story?
Bruh, how many? Which one? No, I'm sorry.
How much have you been drinking?
It's not even.
She's like, what time? She said, what time? But listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have cheated a lot.
I'm gonna explain something about Sam.
Go ahead. I'm listening. It's okay.
Y'all know that Fergie song? Not Fergie. Who is it?
I'm listening to it.
What's that? Who's that person from Timbaland? Nelly Furtado. She used to have a song called Man Eater. Yo, Sam used to chew them and spit them out. Love my friend to death. She is reformed.
I'm redeemed now.
She is redeemed.
I'm a much better person.
So much.
I'm in such a much. Listen, y'all, that's before therapy, okay? I had to get some therapy. But yes, I mean, listen, okay. I cheated a lot. In fact, I mean, I was faithful. The first relationship I was faithful in, I needed to be faithful in. I was faithful in my marriage.
The one that mattered.
Right there. I was faithful in my marriage. But prior to that, I was not faithful to anybody. That is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I definitely was not faithful. Here's the thing, though. I needed some help. I needed the Jesus. I needed some Jesus. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I realized that it was just the fact that I just felt like it came down to like real just childhood trauma. And so really I was cheating because I just was afraid of being vulnerable. And so once I got over the fear of being vulnerable, I was able to be faithful. And so like I was like, okay, well, my faith in God kind of increased. So I was able to say to myself, you know, I can trust God. Like I might not be able, you can't trust people. You got to trust God. So I know that no matter what happens, whether this person does right by me or does wrong by me, I know that God is sovereign and I know God is there. And so that's what happened. But that's what happened. So yeah, I was definitely a cheater.
So I'm not going to just throw my friend on the bus like that. I have cheated a lot of times, but my thing with my cheating is I'm a different kind of cheater. Like I cheat in retaliation to the cheating that was done.
Oh, okay.
So like once the cheating has been done, it's like, oh, the games have commenced. So now
time to play.
You're having fun. Cool. So now we're both having fun. So yeah, which is not good and not the best way to not.
Have you been caught?
No. I usually end up telling.
I got caught one time, and that was only because when I got caught, I called the guy's name that I was with. So like the guy that I was my like boyfriend had called me, and I had said, what did I say? I said something along the lines of like, no, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't his name. It was the guy that I was like cheating on him with's name. Yeah, that's how I got caught.
So like I usually end up telling because as I am a good investigator, I am good at knowing what to hide when I feel like an investigation has commenced on my behalf. So phone records are no longer coming to the house. Passwords were changing every week on my phone. Like I changed my password every week.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
I don't think I was that deep.
Yeah. And then it went to like, it was a
commitment. That's like a job.
It was a job. It was definitely a job.
I ain't cheating like that.
Revenge cheating. Yes, that's what it's called.
Well, you Mo with this reckon. So I reckon. I can't reckon. I reckon.
Mine was
I reckon
mine was traumatized. I concur.
I reckon. I love it. I reckon.
But yeah,
I reckon.
but I am no longer a cheater. I'm completely faithful.
Yeah.
I have no
absolutely
no earthly desire to do anything with anyone else.
Yeah, I'm not a cheater anymore either.
There you go. Has social media ever made you cry?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It has made me cry.
We have different experiences.
Yeah.
So I've been running Sam's social media for like this week, and it's been really fun. Like I'm not verified, so like there's just so many. The word just opens up to you when you're verified, and it's like, oh, I could slide into like. Me and my girlfriend thought about this, but anyways, like I was like, Sam, so if I hit up this person, she's like, bro, you're under my account, no. And I was like, but what if we just want to be friends? She's like, no. But you're like, just the world just it's
she
just
was like,
different.
I can't. She's like, who should I hit up? It's like basically that's the question.
It's like there's the list because like they get the message.
They get the message.
It's not like a request for them. They get the message straight into their DMs.
Using her power.
But I didn't. So
she didn't. Self-control.
Self-control at the highest level.
I mean, she's been running my social media since I started my fast. So
I'm telling you, man, it's the temptation is there. Sat on Kalani's page for a good 20 minutes. I could just send her a quick message.
Her and Miss Kalani. Has any other celebrity men tried to how to be on a stance? Yeah.
DMs look crazy. What's funny though? What's funny is that they hit her up in a very different way.
Very different way.
It's not like a yo, what's up? It's hey queen. It's like, hey beautiful African princess, hey queen. You know, I'm really feeling what you doing.
They do. They hit me.
I love your platform. Just jot my number down real quick.
We want to talk about Jesus. I'm really trying to get close to
I love
Lord.
God too. I really like what you're doing. You know,
my frequencies are the same. I'm looking for a wife.
Right. Like you know, most people think of me as this playboy. I'm not like that no more. Like I want a wife. I want to settle down. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah, she's been running my account.
Oh my gosh. It's definitely absolutely hilarious.
It has been. I mean, but you know, I told y'all I hate to say it, but I'm not with the celebrities. But no, I have more than enough. If I wanted to.
Kalani is gorgeous. I agree. Yes.
Sam, what advice would you give the younger Sam?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I'm gonna ask you that same question.
Okay.
Sam, how much younger? Can you give me like an age? What age? Because there's so many different ages that I could. I mean, 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yesterday.
Kalani and Sam.
No, not Sam.
Not Sam.
Me.
Amber.
Not Kalani. Not Sam.
Me and Kalani dated? No. I'm not into No. It's like I don't see that.
I don't see that at all.
No.
21.
21.
Is that the same person who has?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
If 21-year-old Sam, I would say this. First, I would say get out of that relationship. That's toxic.
That was a really bad relationship.
That's toxic. Get out of that relationship. Number one.
Did you even listen to yourself? You told yourself that.
Yeah, I probably would have talked. If it was me talking to me, yeah. But it'd be like, get out of that relationship. That's toxic. You don't even know what your potential is. You have no idea who you are. And I think at that age I was so insecure. I was so fiercely insecure, and I was holding on to a relationship that made me feel like that was the best that I could do. And I didn't realize that is not the best that I could do. That was not my ceiling. And that's not the best I could do as a person, even by myself. And so I would say, sis, let that go. You have no idea who you are and whose you are. And you allowing this is so beneath you. Like, get out. Like, what are you doing? So I'll probably tell my 21-year-old self that I would try to instill in myself security, because I was so insecure, man. I was so insecure at 21 years old. So insecure. So insecure.
All right. For myself at 21, I'm trying to think, where was I? I was in college. Oh, okay. I think what I would tell myself, like, that's when I was kind of going through my who I am phase, I suppose. So I would tell myself to stop holding on to the relationship I was in, because it was not me, and I was trying to force it to make people see me as straight. And so it was like I was really holding on to that to, get the perception of, conforming to what I deemed, because me and that person had been together since we were like 15. And so, like, it was time for me to, let that go. Not that I didn't love him at that time. I had a lot of love for him, but we kind of grew up together. And so it was more, I don't know. I just feel like I had to tell myself to, don't be afraid to be yourself.
Right.
And I mean, I came out a year later after that, so which was pretty rough. But yeah, so that was kind of what I would tell myself, is don't be afraid to be yourself, let go of that relationship, and just, be you.
Right.
I think I was afraid of losing friends, and I actually did lose quite a bit of friends. Kind of the only people who stuck around was Sam and my friend Odette. They everyone else that I thought we were friends, I thought we were at least cool on some kind of level, hit me with the, we can be friends, but we can't talk about that aspect of my life. And I was like, yo, I'm listening to all the things that you're going through. I'm listening to all the things that, you're up against, and I'm giving you advice to be, you and be you or whatever, but you're over here telling me to only give you one aspect of my life.
Right.
And, that's to be honest, that's fine. I'm not going to force anyone to be my friend.
Right.
But the people who, held it down for me during that really difficult time of my life, they held it down, and they were really all I needed at the time. So for me, that's why I would just tell myself, is just, be you. You're going to lose people along the way, and that's okay. And, they'll come around. They have come around, and we've kind of like squashed it a little bit.
Right.
So, and like everyone at that time was kind of growing and understanding themselves as well. So, I think I would just, like I said, tell my younger self to, be you, let go of that relationship, and everything's going to be okay. The world's not going to explode the way you think it is, and it's not going to be as bad, at least for me, as you think it is.
Right.
Let's see.
This girl, young lady, Natalie, has asked me a
How do you
question.
move on from a 10-year relationship, and have you been feeling towards them still? What?
She's saying you have feelings towards them still as well, and you have two children together. I would honestly say that with a 10-year relationship, now I haven't been in a 10-year relationship, but I would honestly say that, you, first of all, you have to, I think with any relationship as a long-term one, you have children together, you have to navigate through that with a therapist. Number one, you have to do your work, because it's hard to navigate through that by yourself. Number two, I think that having a relationship with God, the women in my Power Up group, they already know, like, I very much value my relationship with God. And I think that has helped me tremendously in my movement towards myself and being single. And I would honestly say that, you also have to get back down to the basics of why the relationship did not work out. Why does it not any longer work for you? Feelings are going to be there. You've invested time and energy into this person. You've had children with this person. Children is the most precious gift you can give to somebody. So the fact of the matter is, you're going to have a tie. You're going to have a relationship there. You're going to have feelings that you can't just let go of. It's natural not to move on. This is in it, because you're now on your own. So if this person chose somebody else over you, you now have to see that person for who they are. They're like, oh, wait, hold up. You see that obviously something is happening to where you're no longer the person that they prioritize. You're no longer the person they want to be with. And them choosing somebody else over you is something that you have to take into account. And so I would say that you've just got to remember your value, who you are, whose you are, and then saying to yourself, like, you deserve better. Whatever it is, if this person did not choose you, you'd be like, okay, God wanted me out of this for what reason? God, tell me why I don't no longer need to be in this relationship. Why does this person not want me to be there? And sometimes even somebody choosing somebody else over you does not have to be a curse. It doesn't have to be the hardest thing. It may be a red flag. Maybe you on your own wouldn't have gotten yourself out of that relationship and you needed to. Maybe it was, you know what? I know you loyal. I know you're going to stay down with this person. So I'm going to remove this person from you because I know you won't leave on your own. And you decide and you just trust that and trust God in that process and just be like, listen, I don't understand it. I'm hurt by it, but I have to see the signs. I have to see the signs that are written on the ground, and I have to make moves in that direction for my freedom, for my peace, for whatever that is, for my healing. And then moving forward. And then honestly, like I said, a therapist helps. Jesus helps, everything. And so just really making certain decisions for yourself, for your healing, and doing things that make you happy. If you don't feel like you in it, like for example, for me, it was like getting in the best shape of my life. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life. Look, this ain't gonna break me. Sam gonna always look good. And that's what I did. And so, and I understand, Natalie. I understand. I haven't been single for 10 years and I'm scared and I've invested 100%. It is a scary process and it requires a lot of faith, but you can do it. If God puts you in the position, you can do it. And it's scary at first. It is scary. It's scary leaving any situation. Yeah, scary leaving a job. It's scary leaving going to college for the first time. It's scary doing every major life transition, getting married, being in a relationship for that long, having children with somebody. All of that is scary. Yeah. But you've lived through all of those things. You've been able to make it through all of those things. So I guarantee you'll be able to make it through this. It might be hard. I'm not going to say it's easy, but you have to do your work.
Yeah, I think also like having a good support system.
Yeah. Or developing one,
creating one. I know that there's probably a lot of support groups out there that, people who are in the similar position as you, that you can, reach out to, and people who are going through exactly the same thing or very similar. And like you said, getting a therapist. I think, a therapist and not blaming yourself is probably one of the biggest things. That's because good. Like, I feel like in those kind of situations, like, well, what was wrong with me? Yeah. Like, why can't I keep this person? Right. And like Sam was saying, like, if that person is not meant for you, God's gonna pull that person out of your life. Like, period. Especially if it's going to destroy you. And you might look back on this, and this is my mentality on a lot of things, right? Is that there are a lot of things that we go through that in that moment feel like the worst thing we've ever gone through. Yeah. But once you get past that, you never really like think about the specific details of the things that happen to you. You remember how it makes you feel, but you never remember like the specific details and what actually caused you to feel how you feel. But the thing is that you remember that and you got through it. And honestly, you might not remember even how you got through it, but you got through it. Period. And so there's always going to be something on the other side. Yeah. And I think that, just thinking like, how would I feel 5 years from now? And just kind of like putting yourself in the future, because once you put yourself in the future and once you start thinking about the future, it's kind of like, this is making a weird reference, but it's going to make sense. So you know how like when they talk about like films and stuff, we talk about how Black people are never seen in the future. Like, they're talking about like, in the distant world of this and this, like, and it's like always a problem with like Star Trek when it's like when they're not Black people in the future. The thing is that being able to see yourself in the future will help you get through the stuff that you're going through at the moment. Right. And, I think that that's something that, can help, train your mental to be like, I'm going to get through this. You're going to. You just got to find the right mechanism that's going to help you get through it the best way at that particular moment.
That's good. That's real good, Amber. That's some great advice. Yeah. That's some great advice. I don't have anything to add to that. That's good.
What would you say is your biggest fear in life?
What's yours? Natalie, you're not old. 37 is not old.
37 is not old. Like, people get remarried. Like, there are people who get remarried at 50 and 60 and 70, and they just live their life. Like, the person that you meet at that moment in your life is going to be everything that you need. So you're fine.
And the thing is, Natalie, you have to watch what you're saying to yourself, sis, because even on this live, you're saying damaging things to yourself.
Mhm.
You are literally, out of your mouth comes blessing and curses. And right now you're saying curses. The power is in your tongue.
Yes.
You have to speak what you want to see. Meaning that even if you feel, because feelings lie, the heart is deceitful above all things, is sick and desperately wicked. Who could understand it? Jeremiah 17:9. At the end of the day, like your heart, your feelings are going to go all over the place. What you have to say to yourself is, I've got to speak myself through it. Even if I got to coach myself through it, I know my feelings are going to go up and down because it's the nature of the beast. You're going through a heartbreak. But at the end of the day, you have to start telling yourself what you want to see. You have to start speaking into existence what you want to see. You will have to telling your thoughts, shut up. That's not true. That's the enemy trying to get me to feel like I'm less than, like there's no other way, like I'm not going to find love again, that this is impossible for me. And it's not. And it's not. It's not impossible. So I understand that you've been 2 weeks, but you've got to watch what you're saying, sis.
Mhm.
You've got to watch what you're writing, sis. You've got to watch what reality you're creating. You're creating a reality that's damning, and it's not. It's positive. There's a man that's going to want you. There's a man that's going to love you the way that you want to be loved. There's going to be somebody, or if it's not a man, it's going to be a woman. It's going to be a woman that you're going to find somebody that loves you, honors you, and won't ever leave you. This person did you a favor by letting you go, because now you're about to find your purpose. Now you're about to find exactly why Natalie was born. Now you're about to find out what you're going to be connected to your purpose. You're going to find out that the person that was in the way of that is actually the person God removed, because he was in the way of whatever he had for you. So you got to start saying, God, thank you. Thank you. I don't understand why you did this, but thank you. I thank you that I'm alive. I thank you my kids are okay. I thank you that I got a place to stay. I thank you for all the things that you are, all the things that I have. Even though this person's not there, and even though I feel like I'm older, there's going to be men lined up to see you, sis. We've got to start speaking into realities. Do not allow yourself to start damning yourself with your own mouth, because you are creating your reality with your mouth. Girl, you have got everything ahead of you. Your purpose you have not seen your best days. You haven't seen them yet. You might think you have, but guess what? You haven't. Start. You have got this. And don't allow yourself to ever feel like any man got any control over the fact that you will move on, see somebody else. God is sovereign. God is above all things. There's nothing I don't care what age you are. I don't care how many kids you have. God has love for you. There's nothing in the world. There ain't no devil in the hell that can stop it. And I rebuke anything that's made you feel like you can't do that. I rebuke it right now in the name of Jesus. I'm not going to allow you to even to speak negative about yourself, because you don't deserve to feel that way. And I hate that the world makes us feel that way. And it's wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry. I feel right. I'm on fire.
Right. I'm not gonna stop you. Right now.
No, but I just feel as though when the way you're talking, it's like our world is reinforcing this attitude that when we get to a certain age, that's it. It's timed out. There's nobody that's gonna want us, and that's bullshit. My mom was married with 3 children at 40. At 40, with a man she's still with to this day. They've been together for over 20 years. So I've seen it in my own life. And I could feel negative. I was married. I'm 31 with a child. Who gonna want Sam? I could feel that way. But I don't feel that way. I feel like everybody wants Sam.
One thing that I think about, like,
I got you, Natalie.
When I got out of my recent relationship, I felt similar. I didn't have kids, of course, so it wasn't like any physical ties. Like, I think there's something different when you can see your ex in your kids. It just brings up another kind of level of pain or whatever. But I felt to where like I wasn't ever going to be good enough for someone. And so what I started to do was work on myself. And I think like once you put the energy in yourself and you stop searching and you stop like actively going out there doing this, doing that, and deflecting and trying to fill holes that are broken inside of yourself, and start looking and working on yourself.
Right.
Like it got to the point where I was actually happy with myself and I was good with myself.
Right.
And I really wasn't looking for anything. And then I found everything I was looking for.
Wow.
And which was weird because I was like, God, like I'm cool now. And then And I kind of like stopped looking, like stopped actively looking and trying to fill these voids with people and all this other kind of stuff. And I started working on myself, and I became okay with being by myself, you know. And I think that's when, you know, my girl came along and we're good. Like, and it was, like I said, it was things that I was not, like, I didn't really at that time, like, I wanted a relationship, but I was like, you know, I'm not, if it's for me, then it'll be for me. I'm not going to go beg nobody. I'm not going to go put myself in a situation to where I'm just like being desperate. I just kind of like focused on me and did me, and then everything I ever wanted came along.
Yeah, that's great. And we both are walking away from marriages, both of us. If you didn't know, we're both walking away from marriages. We're both having those same kind of situations. And somebody asked me earlier, Sam, if you could reconcile your marriage, do you think you would, or do you think you were in that marriage to find your purpose? If I could reconcile my marriage, I would. If there was a way to fix the issue, fix whatever we had going on, then I would fix it. I feel like when you're in a marriage, you fight until you can't fight no more. Period. I would never tell nobody to walk away from anything. If you can fight, fight for it. If two people are willing to fight and put the work in, fight.
But that's the operative word, two people. Like, both parties have to be willing to be vulnerable enough to make the changes on both of their, like, on their parts. It just can't be one-sided. Everything, it can't be all put on you or the other person. You can't be like, these are all the things that's wrong with you.
Right.
And you just sitting over here pretty like nothing is wrong with you. You know, and it can't be like everything is wrong with me. And that, like, it can't be, the scale can't be that way. And that's
be unbalanced.
It can't be, that's the Libra inside of me. It can't be off balance.
Right.
Like, if we got problems, we got problems. That means you got to get someone, I got to get someone. We got to figure this thing out on our own and figure it out as a collective.
And I think that at the end of the day, what you're saying, Natalie, right here about it is hard. It's hard. And obviously, to me, it seems like your situation wasn't your choice. You didn't choose to leave this relationship. And what I would honestly say is that I think that you have to start watching the thoughts that you're thinking and what you're telling yourself. Because what you're telling yourself is that you can't find nobody else, and what you had is the best that you can do. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. And you have to start believing that it's not true, or whatever you create is going to be a reality with what you think and what you say, period. Because your words have power and your thoughts have power.
Yeah.
So you got to start speaking what you want to see, sis, and stop thinking that this is the best that you can do and that's it. Your thoughts shape your reality. It is. Yeah. And so Kevin Samuels tends to destroy.
You've seen a lot
Kevin
of
Samuels.
How do you want to talk on that?
I mean, I don't mind. Here's the thing with Kevin Samuels. What's your advice? I don't like that. Please don't bring. Oh gosh. I don't like the fact that people, like, here's the thing. He's got an opinion. He's got an opinion on most people.
Everyone has an opinion.
And everybody has an opinion. And I can respect his opinion. I think that, in fact, some of his opinions, I'm like, oh, that makes sense, And he's created quite a platform. I mean, the man has created quite a platform, and he's doing it. You can't even be mad at it. Like me looking at it, starting my YouTube channel, like I can't even be mad at what he's doing. But the reality is that it's for most people. It's not for. It doesn't mean that it's for. That means everybody is going to fall into this trap. It doesn't mean he can't speak for every single circumstance because he's not God. I believe that there's a thing called there's a sovereignty in God, and there's a sovereign there, and you speak your reality, and you've got to believe what you got to believe, and you got to speak into existence what you're going to speak into existence. I believe in God over I believe in Kevin Samuels. So at the end of the day, do I respect Kevin Samuels? Yes. Do I respect his opinion? She knows I like Kevin. I watch Kevin Samuels. I do watch him. But at the end of the day, I don't like, that's not going to be, I'm not going to define that as my reality because I mean, she already know it's not my reality. Like, yes, I'm 31 years old. I have a child, and that hasn't stopped my options, and options that are they only come at me seriously. But of course, That's just what that is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you've got to affirm yourself. You have got to preach to yourself. You have got to say things to yourself and speak to yourself. It said, there's a song that says, preach over yourself. You're going to have to coach yourself through certain things. And I'm not like Kevin Samuels, of course, like I said, I respect his opinion. I think that a lot of the things he says is true for most men. I do believe that, but that shouldn't define how you look at yourself or how you look at your options. That shouldn't be what you should do. I mean, in my opinion, I don't look at it that way. I think it's entertainment.
I have no opinions.
Okay. Yeah, she has every opinion.
Fine, I'll give one.
Okay. She has
a
different opinion on Kevin Samuels, not me.
How can I put this? I think someone who's so openly down talks women needs to like find a therapist and work through their mommy issues. And that's just it. Like maybe he don't know what love is from a woman. And so it's really hard for him to, speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, well,
it's hard to I feel like I can understand where it could be hard for him to respect women when he's never had a woman probably respect him. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So get you a therapist, bro.
All right. So
any other questions?
Next question. And we'll take 2 more questions.
But he will call you masculine.
But she's not looking for.
I don't care. I'm not looking for Nick. No, I'm not looking for dudes.
She's not looking for what he's like advising on. Like he's advising on. Here's the thing, y'all. He's advising on a specific population that he defines. Right? He defines very clearly that if you're looking for, he's not saying all men. He's not saying every man. He's talking about a specific population that is all he's talking about. He is not talking about Amber, who is clearly not interested in what he's talking about. He's not advising Amber. He's talking to women who want a certain kind of man, which is a high value man. And he defines a high value man, which is a man that's making over a certain amount of money for a certain period of time, that has like a certain network of people and X, Y, and Z. Like he has that is his thing. So a lot of us feel like, oh, that means we'll never be with anybody. No, you may not be with a guy that has like 100,000, 150,000, whatever that is, but you'll have a man. It's not hopeless. Where you know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's not that big deal. It's like.
At some point, I do get what he's saying. Like, I agree. Like, I get what he's saying. At some point, it's
for high value men. He's not lying. For men who is making the money that he's saying that they're making, that is very much how they think.
Like, the whole thing is like, you don't have to degrade people.
Right. He's not lying.
You don't have to degrade people to make yourself feel better as a man and to make yourself build your platform. Like, you don't have to crap on people to build your platform. I never think that's the best way to do anything. Right. I feel like there's a way to give your opinion and be your authentic self. I'm not going to tell him what to say, what to do. I just think that there's a better way to do it. But yeah, and that's just my opinion on it. And I'm not looking for anything that he has to offer me. That's why I don't watch his videos. Like, I don't find pleasure in degrading women. I feel like if women really wanted advice, they would go to books or people that they know in their lives. I don't know. I feel like there's other ways to handle the situations. But
yeah, I mean, he doesn't, again, y'all, he's speaking to a certain demographic. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
Exactly. I don't like it, so I don't watch it.
Like he's speaking about men that he feels like make a whole lot of money and they have a whole lot of options. And that's how it is. Yeah, even in my life, what he's saying doesn't really hold true. But at the end of the day, he's talking about most men in certain in certain tax brackets. We got to just understand that he's not talking about every man. It's not hopeless.
All right. Any other questions?
Yeah. Is there any other questions? We'll take one more question. One more question. Is there any other question? Is there a question on there?
Oh boy. Let's do the adverse question of what's the best date you've been on. So what's the worst date that you've been on?
The worst date I've been on. The worst date I've ever been on was the worst date I've ever been on was I was
talking about this one.
Yeah. I literally don't know. So but y'all asking me with her,
like, you know what? Like direct all questions to the source.
Right. Like, I don't know. I'm not with him.
Girl, like all questions to the source. Him and this girl seem like they like the internet and they like the attention. Y'all can give it to him.
And her.
She
has a better understanding. She knows.
Like that's what, like, go to them. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to answer all your questions, all your comments, all your concerns.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're doing different things over here.
Right.
You know
I don't know.
Like, she don't know.
I don't know. Like, bro. You asking me? I'm like, I'm just technically married to the man. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing in his free time.
Technically married. I don't know. Ask him. I'm sure he'd be able to answer you. I mean, I'm sure he would love to. He ask him or her. She may give you. She
may give you all the answers you need.
All the answers. All the answers. All the answers.
Does the shade room bother you when they throw all your business out?
You asking her?
I'm asking. I don't be on the shade room like that. Like, my personal business. Does it bother you?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Does it throw my personal?
Does it bother you
when they throw that business out there?
When they throw your business out there?
I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't really, I really don't like. I don't follow the shade room. I mean, I respect what they do, but like, they have a job to do, so I don't really take it like personal or whatever. So, but I would say, okay, so my question, worst date I've ever been on was a Tinder date. I went on a Tinder date with this guy who was an optometrist, and I was 2.5 hours late to the date. 2.5 hours late.
Why?
Because I left late and I was coming from where I lived in Gwinnett all the way like deep into Atlantic Station.
It's a 40-minute drive.
Yeah, but it was in the middle of traffic. It was at the height of traffic. So like the date was like at 5:30 on like a Friday.
Was he cute?
No.
Oh, damn.
He wasn't cute. I thought for me, he wasn't attractive in person. Yeah. And he was rude, which I understand why he was rude because I was late. But it's like, you could leave. Like, if you didn't want to be there, you don't have to be there. He's like, oh, you're going to take me on the next day. What are we going to do next? And I'm like, ew, no. Like, I'm not trying to, I don't know. I just wasn't into him. And then it was completely awkward. And I was obviously 2 hours late. He obviously deserved to be upset with me, but it really wasn't worth the drive. I shouldn't even went. It was definitely bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, What? I
just thought the big ass porcupine was him.
I love you too. I love you too, child. I love you too. I'm just saying, people ask me questions about him specifically.
You caught a couple strays in that, sorry.
No, yeah, I just think that in general, I don't know. Like like I'm not with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't speak to that. He is publicly in a whole other relationship. So like you got to direct those questions to her. Like you can't direct them to me. I don't know. I really don't.
Worst date. I mean, I don't know. I've been on some pretty dope ones. I mean, I've had some pretty intense like one night stands.
Like bad? It's like
It
the
was
worst
just
bad. It was the best.
So like, this is gonna sound really cocky of me.
Okay, keep going.
But there was like this one time, and like the girl would just not stop hitting me up, and it was kind of like, is lemony and chocolatey still on? Because like I went out with my friend DJ to a club, and
Put her straight out there.
Well, this is not her. Like we went to a club hanging out as friends or whatever, and this girl kept coming back to me and was like, "Hey, you never hit me back up. I haven't heard from you. Where you been?"
Psycho.
Yeah, man. And it was just like, and like me and my friend DJ was like, "Yo, like," I was like, "Yo, she's in a whole relationship." That's besides the point at the time. She's in a whole relationship, and she's over here worried about you. It was just like a bad situation, but it wasn't really a date. It was like a really bad situation I was trying to get out of.
Wow.
And after like I explained like, hey, I'm kind of doing my own thing now. I'm not really interested, and she kind of left me alone after that. So it wasn't really a day. I don't really think I've been on.
But she was on a relationship. She was in a relationship, but she was worried about you.
Yeah, she was in a relationship, but she was worried about me. But this is after I ghosted her for maybe like, I want to say like a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I would say, will I get a divorce? Y'all, I'm in the middle of a divorce. Like I'm divorcing. Like, of course I'm gonna get divorced. Change. On a consistent basis. So yeah, and absolutely, I can't be a therapist and not normalize or promote therapy. Like
Yeah.
I became a therapist for a reason. I think it's an awesome career. And I have a therapist. I've had a therapist for 8 years. I love therapy. So yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Is there, I mean, I think that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, that's all like for me.
So, I mean, no, I'm not gonna do that. We're good.
Oh, okay.
No, because I was gonna address all these other questions I had to throw away. But we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got in therapy.
I get it once a week. Usually, typically it's every other week. It's like 2 times a month. And Millionaire Matchmaker, I don't think Millionaire Matchmaker's into me, y'all. I don't think she would want, like, don't I have to be a millionaire? Like, don't I have to be a millionaire to be on Millionaire Matchmaker?
You said what?
Like, well, Millionaire Matchmaker, they're talking about Millionaire Matchmaker. I'm not, like, I don't want to be, I'm going to have to be matchmaker.
It's not the right fit for her right now, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
What does that even mean?
I'm not going into that. But all right, so what is the best advice
you watch
ever
Millionaire
gotten?
Matchmaker?
I don't watch Millionaire Matchmaker. I don't watch Millionaire Matchmaker. I don't know. I just don't think it'd be a good movie.
I don't even know what that is, bruh.
It's probably is what it says it is. It's a person who's matching you up with millionaires.
Oh, so I'm not the millionaire.
No.
Oh, I'm like, why are you so defensive?
I don't think you would be the millionaire.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why are you so defensive? Like, I thought they were looking up like, I'm say I'm not a millionaire, so I can't be on the show.
I guess the best, I'm answering this question. So, period. So, what's the best advice you ever gotten in therapy?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the best advice I've ever gotten in therapy is I can't control other people. I can only control me. And I think, that helped me realize that people are going to people and people are going to do them, whether I suggest other actions to help make something work or not help something make work, I guess. That people are going to people and I have to do what I have to do. What I have to do is best for me.
Right.
And it's okay to put yourself first if it means the detriment of, like, I can't destroy me
right
to build up somebody else.
100%.
And I can't You know, I'm not going to tell somebody what to do and what decisions that they need to make.
That's right.
I'm only going to allow them to make decisions whatever they want to make and move accordingly based on their decisions.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. And I don't see what your question is. I don't see what question you want me to answer. She said, answer
Oh,
my
and ask your question, because I've seen that a lot, but we don't know what the question
I've
is.
seen it twice. No, I don't. I don't do one-on-one therapy. The only thing that I do is I have a support group called Power Up, POWHERUP, up. And I have it on my Patreon account. You can join, but that's the closest thing that I do to therapy. I see these women this week. I've seen them 3 times a week
For at least 3 hours.
for like a long time. But I am going to look into doing coaching. That's something that I may end up doing or adding onto my Patreon account. Like,
you want to be a life coach?
I'm just kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Coaching. I would do more life coaching than I would therapy. So anyway, and I'm waiting on the question. It's on my actual Instagram account. Uncommon Vegan. It's on my Instagram account at Love Samantha Lee. And
I have a question for Uncommon Vegan. What's the best vegan cheese that you've had? Because the vegan cheeses is just not hitting.
Let me see if I can find this question. Sorry.
Like, I feel like plant-based diet has gotten everything right besides the cheese. I've had some really good vegan sour cream. I've had some really good vegan, burgers and all that kind of jazz, but it's just something about that cheese that does not work for me. It's like it don't melt right, it don't crumble right. I don't know what her question is. Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. Sam, I was made redundant 2020 due to COVID. I've been praying and applying. I have an interview 2 days, got the job, and then I got a call retracting offer due to the mix up with the numbers. Why would God do that? Redundant. Okay, so here you go, Ann. This is what I'm going to give you.
Oh, shoot. Yes,
so I would say that in general, I can't speak for why God does things or why he causes certain things to happen. But I've also read a devotional where this guy had talked about how he lost a job and he went and like interviewed for another job, didn't get the job that he wanted to get. A few months later, got a whole other job in a whole other state that offered him better benefits with more money. And he had to be without employment and trusting God for a while. And so we can't fit God into our box. God is not meant to fit into our box. We're not supposed to say, hey, God, do what I want you to do. I want you to work for what I want when I want it. That's not how God works. God's like, this is my plan. It's cute that you have a plan, but ultimately what I want is going to happen. And a lot of times we don't understand why things happen until after the fact. And there was things even last year that I wanted to happen, that I desperately wanted to happen. But I didn't understand until this year why those things didn't happen last year. And so a lot of times we don't understand the moment. And you may not have any understanding as of why for a while. But at the end of the day, God is sovereign. There's a reason for everything that he does. And as a human being, you may never know. You may never know in the flesh why he does what he does or why he chooses what he chooses. But he's sovereign and you got to trust him. And it's okay to be mad and it's okay to question God. There's plenty of people in the Bible that question God and openly question God. Maybe you need to take that to God. Maybe you be like, God, why did I not get the job that I wanted to get? Why am I in this position? Why is this happening to me? Allow God to answer that. You can question God. You can confront God. He can handle it. He created us. He can handle it. But you can't expect God to fit into your plan. You fit into his plan. We're working for him. Our lives are for him. We're giving him the glory. He's not working to give us the glory. That's not what this is about. That's not what this whole walk is about. And I think a lot of us sometimes can get caught up into what we want and what we what we ultimately like feel like we should have. And that's just not God. That's not God. God doesn't fit into our plans. We fit into his. So that's my answer.
And maybe that's not the job for you. Like maybe you get that, like say if you would have got it, it probably would have been the most stressful thing for you, and it might not have been the best thing for you in general.
Right.
So sometimes we pray for the things that we don't necessarily need, and we can't see it until something else comes along and it's actually a good fit for us.
Well, and honestly, the person that knows is God. Only he knows why. Maybe that job, maybe there was something with that job. Maybe that company was about to close in a week. Maybe there was something about the position. Maybe there was something about what was going on within the position. Maybe it was something about the travel. Maybe God has something even greater for you on the side. We will never know. You just got to trust his sovereignty. I understand you got your heart hyped up for something, and then a few hours later, it was taken away from you. And I'm sorry that happened. But you've got to trust God's sovereignty. He doesn't have to make sense. And you have to look at it like he's saving you from something.
Yeah.
Instead of you looking at it like, oh, he's taking something away from you. Because go ahead.
Sorry. The way that I think about it is it's kind of like kind of like the hindsight vision is 2020 or whatever.
Right. Rear view.
Yeah. And so like think about it like this. There have been times where I've left work late and I'd be upset. I'm like, man, I'm trying to really get up out of here. I'm leaving 20 minutes later than I said I was going to be here.
Right.
Boom, get stuck in traffic because of an accident. That accident could have been you.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're mad at something for something that's temporary, and that could have been the thing that saved you.
Right.
Like say if you would have did things on your time and left that 20 minutes the way you're supposed, like the way you wanted to leave,
right?
You could have been in that accident.
Could have been.
You never know.
Never.
And the thing is just you just got to see it like how you got to see it as a blessing in disguise, even if it hurts.
Even if it hurts. Even if you got to break your own heart.
For real, something better is going to happen.
Something better is going to happen. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. Something better is going to happen. Maybe the enemy gave you the job, but God has a better plan.
Right.
And you got to trust that. You have to trust that God has a plan. He's got something better for you. Something better that's made for you. Trust that.
And if I'm not mistaken, didn't God let Job's life be completely ruined?
He took everything away.
Didn't the devil do that?
The enemy said, watch him not be faithful. It was a test.
And so like, it's a test. Like there are things that are, I think someone just said that, I kind of just piggybacked off of it. Whereas like negative things will allow it to happen to you.
Right.
To test you.
To test you.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys. And you might want to watch a sermon, Shake It Off by Christine Kane on Transformation Church. It's a great one. If you, for you and specifically, it's called Shake It Off by Christine Kane. It's so good. Watch it. But anyway, guys, we are done. We have got to go. We have been on here for an hour and 28 minutes. And here is Amber. Amber.
What's up?
And I hope you guys have had an awesome time. Because we have.
Yeah, have a good night. This was fun. I like coming on here.
Yeah, it was fun. You did great.
I like running my mouth.
Yeah, you did great. You did really great job.
Insight on things.
Yeah, it's a valuable insight, friend.
I appreciate that.
Valuable. All right, friends. I will see you guys next Thursday. I was her. And excited to see you then. Bye, guys.